Did you see, Elrond, since you're chatting about this, did you see Steven Pinker actually tweet this? Or where did you get this info? Because the issue I have is that Steven Pinker has, in fact, blocked me. So if you have a screen cap of a tweet he did or something, that would be cool.
He also blocked Paris Marx, apparently.
I blocked
Who is
Paris
this man
Marx?
again? Steven? No, Steven Pinker did.
Oh. Steven Pinker blocks a lot of people. I mean, I did ask him about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, and I don't think he liked it. It's either that. I don't think he
So
read
Steven
90.
Pinker made a tweet that says, by mutual and amicable agreement, I'm stepping off the board of advisors for U of Austin, wishing them well. I'm concentrating on Rationality, the book, and Thinking with Pinker, the BBC radio and podcast series, and won't be speaking on this further. Oh. And then there's a U of A statement that I'm going to post in voice chat text, or I'm just going to post in our DMs because that was already open when I opened Discord on my phone.
That's fine. Oh, they released a statement about Pinker? About Robert Zimmer?
About Robert Zimmer and Steven Pinker.
Robert Zimmer, was he not the one who had like multiple accusations of sexual assault? Was that him? I can't remember. Feels like it might be. No, Robert Zimmer is the University of Chicago guy. Okay. Who
Yeah,
wrote
it doesn't
the
say like. It's basically like a nothing like PR statement.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it anyways. I will say we talked about the University of Austin, Texas. I'm sure most of you know what it is already, but briefly, all the worst people that you know about online decided to form their own university, and they're already starting to jump ship. So we're off to a good start. And so, just a refresher. I mean, do we really need a refresher on Steven Pinker? You know, psychologist guy, used to do like psychology of language, all that fun stuff. Uh, has been a supporter of the bell curve, or at least a defender of Charles Murray. He used to be a friend of Jeffrey Epstein. He received a massage from one of Jeffrey Epstein's trafficked women. Steven Pinker. There he is. Pro rationality dude, bro. Steven Pinker. Okay, that's him. And Robert Zimmer, it was the president of the University of Chicago, which the only reason he would want to be a part of this is because this must have been like when I was doing my undergrad. So it must have been like 2010, like around then. I think the University of Chicago released a statement saying that they were going to be a place of open dialogue and like basically criticize the whole notion of safe spaces and stuff like this. It was a huge thing. Everyone was talking about it. It was kind of like the first university administration to make a strong stance against cancel culture and stuff like this. So that's, so they were apparently initially, so on the preview that University of Austin gave you, it flashed a bunch of names at you. They were on it, and now they say they're walking away. Eels up inside you, finding an entrance way. Nick, we will watch your Mighty Boosh thing in a second. Maybe. What is it? Pinker was on Epstein's flights. If you type what I just did, you will get blocked by him on Twitter. I did not take your advice, Two Cars, and I asked him directly on Twitter to something. I think he posted an image of him dancing with his wife, and I said, "Is that? Did you do that with the girls on Jeffrey Epstein's plane as well, or something like that?" And immediately blocked. So there you have it. Don't do that, I guess. Though to be fair, there's a lot of these IDW skeptic types with sex assault allegations, which is why I kind of like, I wasn't worried about just throwing it out there.
So his BBC radio and podcast thing is called Think with Pinker, and somebody paraphrased his tweet with, Stepping down to concentrate on my new BBC radio and podcast series, One in the Pink, Two in the Think.
That's so
Can we
good.
make that the title of the stream?
Oh, one in the pig, two in the thing. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're in command. Change the titles at will. Thinker with Pinker is the other. What? Like why? What like these the funny thing is these people like praise their own sense of rationality and then just do the most embarrassingly stupid things because they're like so far up their own ass they have no sense of awareness or social awareness. Oh my god. But we're gonna read this statement. So here we go. The University of Austin is just 1 week old. My god, I love that. 1 week old and people are already jumping ship. And has thus far succeeded in generating huge public interest. Okay, sure. Yet, as is often the case with fast moving startups, so are they a university or a startup? There were some missteps.
Yes.
In particular, our website initially failed to make clear the distinction between the founding trustees and the advisory board. Although we moved swiftly to correct this mistake, it conflated advisors who were aligned in general with the project, but not necessarily in agreement with all its actions and statements, and those who had originated the project and bear responsibility for those things. This led to unnecessary complications for several members of the advisory board, including Robert Zimmer and Steven Pinker, for which we are deeply sorry. So they were a part of the advisory board, not a part of the, I guess, what is it? Uh, project originators or something? And we are deeply sorry. We fully understand their decision to step down as advisors. The advisory board was never intended to be a corporate body that endorsed everything that University of Austin, Texas did or said. On the contrary, our goal in seeking advisors was precisely to have expert critics from a wide range of disciplines and backgrounds, united only by a shared desire to help us create a new institution that would set an example of academic freedom in action. It was always our intention for this board to be a fluid and informal group. Okay? The University of Austin, Texas was honored to have Robert Zimmer as an advisor. We will continue to admire his leadership at the University of Chicago and the Chicago principles. So this is the statement that I was talking about that everyone lost their mind over. He was so central in developing will remain one of UATX's lodestars. We were equally honored to have Steven Pinker as an advisor. He has helped us in many ways, from thinking more deeply about the place of science and critical thinking in higher education to improving our communications. We will continue to admire his contributions to academic and public life as a scholar and public intellectual. We thank all of our advisors for the counsel to date, which has already helped us immensely as we lay the foundations of UATX. We look forward to sharing new developments soon as we transition from planning to building. There you have it.
And Niall Ferguson quote tweeted Steven Pinker's tweet saying, Steven Pinker gave us more constructively critical advice in a week than the average advisory board gives it in a year. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Now they have a distinction. So these are founding trustees. So that's Neil Pano, who's I guess the guy organizing the whole thing. Barry, Heather, and the Joe Lonsdale, who again, he's the guy involved with Palantir, co-founder of Palantir. There he is. So Peter Thiel's friend. And why Heather Hying is on here too? That's Hying, I don't know. Weird. Anyways, but then they have, I guess the other part was board of advisors, which is different. These are just the people who are advising them. Look at them.
There's so many of them.
So weird. Why would they need how would Like, what is having a theater director going to help you building a university? Oh my god. I wonder how long before Heather is removed off that list. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if she kills another person by recommending they take ivermectin. I
Yeah, the black and white like color palette is an interesting choice, and I think that it does kind of like I wonder how much of it is to obscure the like racial aspect.
maybe I just think they're trying to have this like pretense of respectability.
Yeah, that too.
I think that's what it mostly comes down to. Because if anything, they would want to highlight. I mean, again, the right is the one that loves to lean like way harder into the identity politics shit, which is why I think they actually front loaded it with their Glenn Lowry, Ion Hersey Ali, and John Nunez, which is, you know, I think the only black or brown people a part of this team. Anyways, I'm surprised Owens isn't here. Candace Owens.
She wasn't invited.
Who knows? Even they realized that having Candace Owens a part of this team would not look great. Very black and white, but mostly white. Correct. Correct. Oh no, Brooks, the libertarian? Oh yes. I don't know if we talked about Brooks. We scanned through a bunch of them because like we realized we couldn't hit all of them in our last cycle. But yeah. You saw him in a debate with Richard Wolff. He was weird. I believe it. I feel like I've seen him in a debate as well. He looks familiar. And of course, Hate's here. The guy who created Heterodox Academy with Steven Pinker. And that other dude. I can't remember the other dude's name all the time. That's okay. And Larry Summers. I always find that one hilarious too. Oh yeah, and Andrew Sullivan. Forgot about him. So many winners on this fucking board of advisors. Oh my god. Oh, and Kathleen Stock was on it too, wasn't she? Is she gone too? Where's Stock? I wonder if she backed out. Founding trustees. Yeah, what happened to her? I wonder. So for those who don't know, Kathleen Stock is a, I guess, raging transphobe would be the best way to put her. And she recently resigned because she like feared things because of her outspoken turfiness. And was like, the people mad at me for being a turf are just so mad that I'm afraid for my life, so I must resign from my university position. So it's like cancel culture, even though the university didn't fire them. But it's weird because she was listed in the like University of Austin's like shooting things at you, but not only is she not a founding trustee, but she was not listed as one of the advisors. Well, I guess, hmm, faculty fellows. She's probably a faculty fellow, and that's probably where Peter Boghossian is. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking to myself, I didn't see Peter Boghossian listed anywhere either. There he is. There's Peter. Look at that. And then there she is. Okay, now it makes sense. I mean, Ian is both an advisory board and a faculty fellow. So there you go. She's in more places than one. Anyways, enough of University of Austin. I just love that the grift is already coming apart, and I hope it collapses further into its own ass.
Hello, my rebels. Hello, my rebels. I'm a good boy. I'm a weirdo.